Alright, thank you for joining me again. I'm continuing where I left off. Book of Job, chapter 34. Elihu proclaims God's justice. Elihu further answered and said, Hear my words, you wise men. You give ear to me, you who have knowledge, for the ear tests words. As the palate tastes foods, let us choose justice for ourselves. Let us know among ourselves what is good. For Job has said, I am righteous, but God has taken away my justice. Should I lie concerning my right? My wound is incurable, though I am without transgression. What man is like Job, who drinks scorn like water, who goes in company with the workers in iniquity, and walks with wicked men? For he said it profits like a man nothing, that he should be delight in God. Therefore listen to me, you men of understanding. Far be it from God to do wickedness, and from the Almighty to commit iniquity. For he repays man according to his work, and makes man to find a reward according to his way. Surely God would never do wickedly, nor would the Almighty pervert justice. Who gave him charge over the earth, or who appointed him over the whole world? If he should set his heart on it, if he should gather himself, his spirit and his breath, all flesh would perish together, and man would return to dust. If you have understanding, hear this, listen to the sound of my words. Should one who hates justice govern? Will you condemn him who is most just? Is it fitting to say to a king, you are worthless, and to the nobles, you are wicked? Yet he is not partial to the princes, nor does he regard the rich more than the poor, for they are all the work of his hands. In a moment they die, in the middle of the night the people are shaken and pass away, the mighty are taken away without a hand. For his eyes are on the ways of a man, and he sees all of his steps. There is no darkness nor shadow of death, where the workers of iniquity may hide themselves. For he not farther consider a man, that he should go before God in judgment. He breaks in pieces mighty men without inquiry. He sets others in their place. Therefore he knows their works. He overthrows them in the night, and they are crushed. He strikes them as wicked men in the open sight of others, because they turned back on him and would not consider any of his ways. So they caused of the cry the poor man to come, for he hears the cry of the afflicted. When he gives quietness, who can then make trouble? When he hides his face, who can then see him? Whether it is against the nation or man alone, let the hypocrite should not reign, let the people be ensnared. For has anyone said to God, I have borne chastening, I will offend no more? Teach me what I do not see. If I have done inequity, I will do more. I would do no more should he repay it according to your terms. Just because you devour it, you must choose, and not I. Therefore speak what you know. Men of understanding say to me, wise men who listen to me. Job speaks without knowledge, his words are without wisdom. Oh, that Job were tried to the utmost, because his answers are like those of wicked men, for he adds rebellion to his sin. He claps his hands among us and multiplies his words against God. Chapter 35. Elihu condemns self-righteousness. Moreover, Elihu answered and said, Do you think this is right? Do you say my righteousness is more than God? For you say, What advantage would it be to you? What profit should I have more than if I had sinned? I will answer you, your companions with you. Look to the heavens and see, and behold the clouds. They are higher than you. If you sin, what do you accomplish against him? Or if your transgressions are multiplied, what do you do to him? If you are righteous, what do you give him? Or what does he receive from your hand? Your wickedness affects a man such as your righteousness, a son of man. Because of the multitude of oppressions they cry out. They cry out for help because of the arm of the mighty. But no one says, Where is God my Maker, who gives songs in the night, who teaches us more than the beasts of the earth, and makes us wiser than the birds of heaven? There they cry out, but he does not answer, because the pride of evil men. Surely God will not listen to empty talk, nor will the Almighty regard it. Although you say you do not see him, yet justice is before him, and you must wait for him. And now because he has not punished him in his anger, not taken notice of folly, therefore Job opens his mouth in vain. He multiplied words without knowledge. Chapter 36. Elihu proclaims God's goodness. Elihu also proceeded and said, Bear with me a little. I will show you that there are yet words to speak on God's behalf. I will fetch my knowledge from afar. I will ascribe righteousness to my Maker, for truly my words are not false. One who has perfect knowledge is with you. Behold, God is mighty, but despises no one. He is mighty in strength of understanding. He does not preserve life of the wicked, but gives justice to the oppressed. He does not withdraw his eyes from the righteous, but they are on the throne with kings, for he has seated them forever, and they are exalted, and they are bound in fetters, held in the cords of affliction. Then he tells them their work and their transgressions. They have acted defiantly. He has opened their ears to instruction, and I command that they turn their iniquity. If they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity, and their years in pleasure. If they do not obey, they shall perish by the sword, and they shall die without knowledge. But the hypocrites in heart store up wrath. They do not cry for help when he binds them. They die in youth, and their life ends among the perverted persons. He delivers the poor in their affliction, and opens their ears to an oppression. Indeed, you would have brought you out of dire distress into a broad place where there is no restraint, and what is set on your table would be full of richness. If you are filled with the judgment due to the wicked, judgment and justice take hold of you, because there is a wrath. Beware lest he take away in one blow, for a large ransom would not help you avoid it. Will your rich, all your mighty forces keep you from distress? Do not desire the night when people cut off in their place. Take heed, do not turn to iniquity, for you have chosen this rather than affliction. Behold, God is exalted by his power. Who teaches like him? Who has assigned him in his way? Or who has said, You have done wrong? Elihu proclaims God's majesty. Remember to magnify his work, or which men have sung. Everyone has seen it, and looks on his from afar, behold, God is great, and we do not know him, nor can the number of his years be discovered, for he draws up drops of water, which distill as rain from the mist, which the clouds drop down, and pour abundantly on man. Indeed, anyone can understand the spreading of clouds, the thunder of his canopy. Look, he scatters light upon it, and covers the depth of sea. For by it he judges the peoples. He gives food in abundance. He covers his hands with lightning, and commands it to strike. His thunder declares it, the cattle also concerning the rising storm. Chapter 37. At this also my heart trembles and leaps from its place. Hear attentively the thunder of his voice, and the rumbling that comes from his mouth. He sends it forth under the whole heaven, his lightning to the ends of earth. After it a voice roars. He thunders with his majestic voice, and he does not restrain them when his voice is heard. God thundered marvelously with his voice. He does a great thing which we cannot comprehend, for he says to the snow, fall on the earth, likewise to the gentle rain, and the heavy rain of his strength. He seals the hand of every man, that all men may know his work. The beasts go into the den, and remain in their lairs. For the chambers of the south comes the whirlwind, and the cold from the scattering wind to the north. By the breath of God's ice is given, by the broad waters are frozen. Also the moisture he saturates the thick clouds, he scatters his bright clouds, and are soared about, being turned by his guidance. They may do whatever he commands them. On the face of the whole earth he causes it to come, whether for correction, or his land, or his mercy. Listen to this, O Job. Stand still and consider wondrous works of God. Do you know when God dispatches them, and causes the light of cloud to shine? Do you know how clouds are balanced? Those wondrous works of him who is perfect in knowledge. Are your garments hot? When he quiets the earth by the south wind, with him have you spread out the skies, strong as cast metal mirror. Teach us what you should say to him, for we can prepare nothing because of darkness. Should he be told that I wish to speak? If a man were to speak, surely he would be swallowed up. Even now men cannot look at light when it is bright in the skies. Even when the wind is past and clears them, he comes from the north as golden splendor. For God is also majesty. As for the Almighty, we cannot find him. He is excellent in power and judgment and abundant justice. He does not oppress, therefore men fear him. He shows no partiality to any who are wise of heart. Alright, I'm going to end right there at the end of chapter 37. That's going to end the videos for today. I will begin tomorrow at reading at chapter 38 onward. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching these videos today. Everybody have a blessed and wonderful afternoon. And take care.